here are 5 things you need to do if you want to look like more as a professional. And this is not some content like believe in yourself or do the thing that's hard for you. So, number 1, never tell anybody who you dislike or even hate. And this comes down to 2 main reasons. The first one is you don't really know to who this will get to. People share information, and when you openly say who you don't like or what ideas you don't like or what decisions you don't like that this particular person makes, this thing will get to another person who will share it with another person and with another person. And people have this unique thing of twisting a little bit the whole information up until this reaches the final person. He'll hear a story that's far more different than what in reality is. So he's not only going to hear way more twisted version of what you actually told, but if you make it in a working environment, you don't really want your coworkers to know who you dislike, because at some point where there are important decisions that are about to be made or there are things that are about to happen, you may not get the position simply because the decision maker or the HR know what you think about them. Doesn't really matter if you're qualified for that particular role, which will get you on a personal basis dislike, which is going to slow you down your career, or it can make your work hell. So you don't really want to share with everybody who you dislike. Keep it like very close, like your girlfriend, your family, whatever. Just keep it close. Your coworkers are your coworkers, they're not your friends. Keep that in mind. Number 2, don't talk about your salary or how much money you're making. And I don't even know why so many people brag about their salary or how much money they're making, but very little people need to know how much money you have saved, you have made, you're making, or you're about to make. When you share this particular information, people change the way they view you. Some people will get envy, some people will see you as an ATM, some people will start viewing you as a criminal even. They even start acting different around you. Yes, of course, as in the previous point, you can share that to your close ones, but don't openly talk about your salary. It is very immature. If you want to look rich, like someone who is important, there are far more important things than showing off how much money you're making. For example, the way you dress, like wearing clothes that are not expensive but that actually fit and make you look good. Or for example, the way you talk. Are you oversharing? Are you undersharing? Your body language, your gestures, how you treat the person next to you or the person who you're talking with or the people around you. All of these things can make you stand out, but bragging about how much money you have made, it's definitely not one of them. So we get to number 3. Never say how hard something is, whatever it is, especially if you're in a business environment. If someone asks you to do something that is in your particular field or it is a little bit outside of it, don't say how hard it is. This will not only make you a person who can be trusted, you also look like you're not hungry for that particular thing. For example, you're making business and your client wants you to do something for him that it was a hell of thing to do and you have absolutely no idea how you got it done. And this particular client wants you to do the same thing. You don't tell him, no, I've done that, but it was hard, I have no idea how it worked. You have to say him, okay, let me do a little research and then I'll call you back. The second he leaves, then you can freak out. That's fine. But you don't freak out in front of him and you don't tell him how hard something is, because this particular person will still have a problem, so he'll go to another person. He'll give his money not to you, but to your competition. You have to be the person who can solve every problem. You can freak out when you're alone, you can overthink everything as much as you want, but when it comes to a working environment, you have to be the guy who can solve every single problem. You ask your friends, your colleagues, and you make this thing work. So we got to number 4, which is a little bit outside our team. Always be around people who are better than you, because you're not only to learn a lot of them, but you're also going to get faster to your wished destination. And this is one of the hardest things, because usually these people don't really want to talk with you. Not everybody wants to give their information on someone who is underexperienced or try his best, but sometimes he's a little bit sloppy, he doesn't make his job really good. So this is almost one of the hardest things. To get on that position, to get around people who are genuinely better than you, you have to give some sort of value to these people. Some people are just naturally more open to other people, like sharing what they know. It is very, very individual. It is also very, very hard to get to that point, but you have to find a way to get around people who are better than you. And now we go to the final part. Never show your emotions. And this is the hardest thing you have to master. When you're in important meetings, sales presentations, interviews, whatever, because the moment you start showing your emotions is the moment you get cooked. It doesn't even matter if it's something funny, if it's something bad, if it's something good, if it's something that can ruin your whole life or can make your whole life better. You have to hide your emotions. For example, you're in an important meeting where your boss, for example, is telling you that something bad is going to happen, so they have to make some adjustments. The first thing that you need to do is not to panic, but is to remain calm and just ask, okay, what can we do, or what can I do in order to help you? Because this particular thing will show you that you care about your job, you care about your position, you care about him, and you're willing to do the work in order to help him out. You have no idea how many times hiding your emotions will actually help. Sometimes the decision makers or the HRs or some other important people test their staff, they test their people. And when you stay composed and react adequately to the situation, to the what's coming, you're going to look way better. So these were the things that I personally think that you need to do if you want to look more professional. Try to avoid these mistakes, and we'll see in the next video.